Now, finally, I just want to add a few comments on the reports of drone activity here on the East Coast, particularly in and around New Jersey. We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat, or have a foreign nexus. The Department of Homeland Security and the FBI are investigating these sightings, and they're working closely with state and local law enforcement to provide resources using numerous detection methods to better understand their origin. Using very sophisticated electronic detection technologies provided by federal authorities, we have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings. To the contrary, upon review of available imagery, it appears that many of the reported sightings are actually manned aircraft that are being operated lawfully. The United States Coast Guard is providing support to the state of New Jersey and has confirmed that there is no evidence of any foreign-based involvement from coastal vessels. And importantly, there are no reported or confirmed drone sightings in any restricted airspace. Now, that said, we certainly take seriously the threat that can be posed by unmanned aircraft systems, which is why law enforcement and other agencies continue to support New Jersey and investigate the reports, even though they have uncovered no malicious activity or intent at this particular stage.
We're caught up in an interesting saga, right? We have what can we call them? UFOs, unidentified objects, whatever the hell they are. Many people say they're drones. This is going to be called Drone Gate from moving forward. I waited to talk on this story because I wanted more information to come out, but the more information that come out, the more confused I am. So you saw from the intro, this is the White House. Forgot his name. What's his name? Give me a sec, guys. Like my brain is like kind of Kirby, John Kirby. He communicated that at the time that he made that video that stance was on the 13th of December when it was published. And I wanted to highlight how he, based on their information, it was not perceived as a threat. And many people are pointing out that his statements conflicted, right, with local law enforcement. The statements from White House National Security spokesperson Adam Kirby is in direct contradiction to a statement issued by the New Jersey Arsenal base commander. Admiral Kirby, sorry, I don't know these little special terms, said that there will be no reports confirmed of drones intrusions in restricted airspace that the base says it is. Appears that it is, but we're not focused for. Trump called for the drones to be shot. And this is to me, that's the most common sense approach. If I don't know what something is, either I don't engage with it or I remove myself from the situation. And if I can't remove myself from the situation, I remove it out of the situation. Like if you got a mysterious package in front of your door, no name, no label, are you going to take it into your house? You're going to be like, no, let me move this away. And I'm not going to take it in my house because I don't know I don't know what's the origins. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who is it for. And essentially, we're in that position right now. And everyone's like, why not shoot it down? And this sparked many speculations from many people. This is some of the imagery here that they say that, oh, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Not a national security risk. Mysterious drones force shutdown of airport in New York as invasion spreads. This has gone too far, stressed New York Governor Kathy Hochul. Wow. Drone activity in New Jersey has spread to their New York neighbors as the Biden regime continues to ignore the developing crisis. Everyone's asking the question, where the hell is Biden? And Trump said it in the debate. He's probably sleeping somewhere. ABC 7 News New York reported on Thursday that an airport in Stewart International Airport in Orange County, New York, was shut down Friday night. This airport is located roughly 60 miles north of New York City. Officials at the airport revealed that the runway was closed entirely for an hour after the Federal Aviation Administration alerted them that the drones were spotted in the area around 9:30 p.m. according to ABC 7 News. Air traffic control recordings from the airport during the time has included a pilot reporting drone sightings in the area, but they don't exist. Drone Gate. The shutdown lasted just over an hour before the FAA gave it all clear. The agency claimed no aircraft was impacted and flight operations also continued, but the disgraced New York Governor Kathy Hochul was less than pleased that her state was being invaded, saying in a statement, "This has gone too far." Hochul demanded Congress pass a counter USA Authority Security, Safety, and Reauthorization Act. The legislation is designed to strengthen the FAA oversight of drones, reform legal authorities to counter UAS activities, and extend authorities to states and local law enforcement agencies. Hochul's closed by calling out the Biden regime, which is safe to do now because he lost, demanding that they do more before Congress acts. Until those powers are granted to state and local officials, the Biden administration must step in by directly directing additional federal law enforcement to New York and surrounding regions to ensure the safety of our critical infrastructure and our people. This is crazy. This is crazy. We went from you don't got to worry about nothing to what the hell are these things? And many people try to talk about this, speak about this stuff. Uh, there's a clip I wanted to show. The New Jersey sheriff sent his own drone to follow the swarm. Like, this story is captivating everyone's imaginations because right now, no one wants to give us answers. No one wants to give us clear, transparent answers. And that's one thing that's been like the biggest thorn about the Biden administration is that transparent. They're like I think they're the most least transparent administration in my young 28 years of life. I never seen a more like unclear, less transparent administration. Like, I don't know what he wants to do. I don't know how he's going to do it. He tells me he's not going to pardon his son. Then he ends up pardoning his son. These people are all over the place. But I digress. Let's get into some of the news.
Our own Rich McHugh went out drone hunting in New Jersey. He did not come back empty-handed. Rich, tell us what you saw.
Hi, Elizabeth. Well, I got to be honest here. You know, when this story first came out a few weeks ago, as a resident of New Jersey, as a journalist, I didn't pay it much credence. I thought it would turn out to be a bunch of pranksters and this would all be over by now. The experience I had last night, however, changed the way I feel about this story completely. What I saw was more sophisticated than I ever imagined. Take a look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 lights, 6 lights.
I didn't believe what I was seeing. But what was I seeing? We're here in central Jersey. We've been looking for the past hour. I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones. In fact, there's one over my shoulder right there. One after another, these drones appeared in the night sky. If you look real close, they look like fixed-wing aircraft, about 8 to 10 feet wide, colorful, white blinking lights.
That is not a plane.
Definitely not an airplane, but what was it? Hours earlier, I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department.
Like imagine that. We got drones, like we got no idea what this thing is. We don't know what it's doing. Some people saying, hey, it could be a ploy by the Iranian government to scope out where Trump resides so they can plot an assassination attempt, right? We got all these theories, and this is not conspiracy theory. This is all possible, probable, right? Because at the end of the day, we don't know the origin. We don't know its goal. We don't know what it is. So what happens when us humans are confronted with the unknown? We try to we try to rationalize what the hell's going on because that something there it exists. It exists enough to stop airplanes from leaving New York for about an hour. Oh, but there's nothing going on here. Nothing to see here, folks. If it's our weapons, just say, hey, we're conducting a military test and give us, like, we want something. Tell us something.
They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones. Why do you think that is?
We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
Something they hadn't experienced until now. One of their officers called 911 after seeing 50 of them come off the ocean.
Advised after we made contact with that officer that there were 50 that came off the ocean.
50?
50. That was my reaction also. There were 50 that were coming off the ocean.
And this is a sworn officer?
A sworn officer, yes. We contacted state police, we contacted the FBI, we contacted the Coast Guard, at which point the Coast Guard went out with their boat and they reported seeing 13 following their boat. And then the Coast Guard also advised that they went over them about 300 feet and had a wingspan of about 8 feet.
I see one right here. Did I see
That's a big drone. That's a big drone. 8 feet? 50? Coming out of the ocean? Huh? Now, I might be a little bit more trusting if, this never happened before, but this has happened before. The Chinese air balloon that made it all throughout, it went from west to east before they actually shot it down. This is giving off a similar vibe. I don't know what this is. Incompetence, negligence. I'm so happy. Like, when Democrats sit here and they fearmonger about Donald Trump, I'm like, if it was Trump, this was all, shoot it down. We don't know what it is. Wipe him out. I don't know what it is. Just wipe him out, knock him down. Then we'll investigate the pieces instead of trying to see them. Like, nah, knock them down. We get the pieces. We examine it. Done. Simple. Done. But Democrats are like, oh my God, you're going to regret. No, I'm not regretting nothing. You wanted me to give 4 more years to someone, this party, this party? How many days it's been? At the time of me making this video, I think it's been, 4 days since this story been out? And we still are in the dark? All we can confirm is Kirby's lying. There is drone sightings. Yo, like, it's like we can't, how we can't find any answers to this, it baffles the mind. It boggles the mind.
the same thing that officer saw? I'm still not sure. What I can show you is this video. What I can tell you is I've never seen anything like it before. Wow. And more than a month since these reports started, the federal government doesn't know what they are either.
What's your message to the White House?
My message is come to the Jersey Shore. I know it's wintertime, but come see what we see, and then, maybe have a better appreciation for why our residents are concerned.
Like, it's more. Look at this floating ore bazaar, right? Look at the videos, guys. This is why people trust X more than news outlets now. People themselves, like, think about it this way, right? This is why I trust the social media more than the TV, right? Here, this is TV right here, right? No answers. They can't give us nada. Biden's useless co-press secretary, John Kirby, spends 5 minutes saying absolutely nothing about the mysterious drones hovering over the East Coast. I wish I could tell you exactly what it is, but I don't have the answers. Huh? What world is that acceptable? What world is that acceptable? X has turned everyday individuals civilian journalists. Like, look at this. Sorry, guys.
Take a look at this. So this is a person, using a telephoto lens camera, and you can see here in their viewfinder what they're seeing in their viewfinder. These are circular orbs, some sort of large circular orbs, not drones.
Who knows what it is?
Bible. Look at these. This is over New Jersey. Does that look like some sort of any kind of a drone that you've ever seen?
It could be. Hey, maybe it's just a weird design. Who knows? But the point of this story is not to go down into some rabbit holes or think about what it is. It's the fact that the people we trust our security for, the people who, if you look at the budget for the Pentagon or national defense, it's around $800 billion. $800 billion, and they can't tell us what the hell is going on in New Jersey. That is the problem. We talk about incompetence. Biden shows us every day why he's the worst president in modern history. And you got Democrats still having the mouth to say Biden's presidency wasn't that bad. Biden's presidency was better than Donald Trump's. Are you crazy? Name me when Trump was getting out of office, did something like this happen? No. Something that's putting the lives of the American people at risk? No. But Biden's a good president? Biden's not the worst president? Yo, Democrats, y'all need to go touch grass. Y'all delusional. Y'all are delusional.
You walked up to set just moments ago. You said you were just briefed. What can you tell us?
On the way here, I was on the phone with my OEM team, and we now have guidance coming from the state. And that guidance does say two different things. First of all, if there is a downed drone in our vicinity, we are immediately to call the bomb squad of our county. And second, our fire department has been instructed to make sure they wear hazmat suits.
So if something falls out of the sky that people have seen, and some of these things are
No, I repeat, according to Joe Biden's press secretary, John Kirby, they do not pose a national security threat. But when one of these drones gets shot down, they got to show up in hazmat suits. Okay. Trump can't come fast enough. He can't.
are as big as an SUV, if that happens, you're to treat this more than a plane crash. It's treated like an attack on the homeland?
That is correct, because they're not quite sure if there's a payload or not. And that's what we were told during our briefing on Wednesday.
Wow. So, look, you said that you were insulted by how the Pentagon and the White House, their messaging coming out. Tell me what you're hearing from them, and why doesn't it match what you were just told moments ago?
So we're being told that people in New Jersey must be crazy, that they're only seeing small aircraft.
And this is the same kind of, I'm going to end it here because I'm getting more pissed off the more I read the story. It's the same thing like they say about X. Oh, you guys are trusting people, random people on the. I'm like, yo, if I live in an area and my neighbor tells me something, hey, Kenny, I saw some unidentified animal in the community and they attacked one of the dogs. And then I go on TV and say, oh yeah, these mysterious dog attacks has been happening. We could have quickly tell you the White House says that those things don't exist. Am I gonna believe some dude all the way in Washington, D.C., or I'm gonna believe some dude in New Jersey who's in the area with me? Who I'm gonna trust? Who are you gonna trust? This is what it's about. It's about trust. At the end of the day, trust isn't built on some credentials. Oh, look, I'm a White House official. I don't give a damn. You got no credibility. We talking about something that's happening in New Jersey. I don't know how many miles away. And you want me to trust you over the word of a local because you are some government official? I'm tired of credentialism. Trust is earned. And looking at the outcomes, ABC just got finished hit with defamation suits. I can't trust you. Look at your outcomes. Every time someone believes you, they've been proven wrong. In my last video of the day, because I'm going to do 3 videos today. I'll commit to you today. I'm doing 3 videos today. Stephen A. Smith just finished coming out slamming Democrats for lying because of the involvement of the FBI. Case by case by case, X is showing itself to be, if you want balanced news, you go on X. You let the liberals be liberals, you let the conservatives be conservatives, and they mix it up online, and then you get a more balanced view of what the hell's actually going on in our country, in our world, and on the news. That's what X is represented to me. But if you only get your news from CNN, you only see it from the leftist lens. You get your news only from Fox News, even though Fox News, to me, is objectively better than CNN. It's less biased than CNN. You're gonna see the worldview from more of a Republican right-wing worldview. Before, you used to have watched both. Now, you can save a lot of time just going on. Let me just hop on the X. And if something unfactual is being said by whatever I'm seeing, community notes is at the bottom. But I digress. I think I ranted enough on this topic. Let me know how you feeling about this, because this is insanity to me. This is the kind of thing that pisses me off. One thing that don't piss me off, don't piss on my leg and say it's raining. Don't try to gaslight me to believe something when I see with my own eyes, yo, this is a problem. It's not a problem. No, it's a problem. Just like the Pentagon failing its 7th audit, just like the Department of Education failing its audit, that's a problem. Y'all need to address that. Not try to make excuses for it. And this is what I'm seeing right now from the Biden administration. Every failing, every negative outcome that has happened throughout the Biden years, they always made excuses for it. Highest inflation rate in 40 years, inflation is transitory. It's not a recession after 2 negative GDP growth. The Chinese balloon, the lies, every single thing, they never take responsibility for nada. But they want all the credit when good things happen, but they don't want to take none of the responsibility when bad things happen under the administration. They forced Donald Trump to take COVID, people dying of COVID, and made him responsible because it happened during his administration. But Biden had more COVID deaths during his administration, even though he had the vaccines. He had more COVID deaths than Trump. But the mainstream media didn't apply the standards the same way. And this inconsistency, this glaring inconsistency, it's what pisses off many Americans. This is why many Americans believe that the media is a threat to America. Because of ish like this. You're not willing to hold Democrats accountable? Okay, only Republicans should have power because that's the only people you're willing to hold accountable. Those are the only people you're really willing to hold scrutiny towards. I can't trust no Democrat with power if this is the press, if this is how the corporate media acts. Hell no. The way the corporate media acts towards Democrats should be the main reason Democrats never win an election again. Because they're not going to be criticized by the corporate press. So just put a Republican in there. At least they're going to be held accountable by the press corps. But if you put a Democrat in there, oh my God, that's authoritarian. That's tyranny. But I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching to the end of the video. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.